Hello again, welcome to the Mastercam course. In that lecture, we're going to talk about how can we handle our lathe process. Okay, I'm going to create some line. That line length can be 25 millimeter, and then I can keep going to create my line that is can be maybe and like this 50 millimeter, and then I can create like that line, and that degree can be 135, and then I can turn to horizontal line. I can create that kind of line. So this is my y-axis. Y-axis can be and the 40, and then I can turn to actually and divide options. Maybe I can click here and here. So after that, maybe I can turn to line and vertical line. I can start from here and reach in the 0 position. So this is going to be my x minus side. That can be minus 90 like this. Okay. So I think that's enough. At that point, actually, maybe we should also use and we should also turn to actually divide options again and break options. I can click here to be able to break that line and that line. Okay, that's okay. I can turn to machine, lathe, and default lathe. Okay, maybe we should also turn to wireframe and create some chamfer here. That is can be 5 millimeter chamfer and maybe and 10 millimeter radius here and apply it. And then I can click here to be able to create 3 millimeter radius for that part. Okay, so I can click here and lathe options. I can click rough process. So I can start from here, and this is going to be my end position. So this is going to be my tool. This is going to be my feed rate. This is plunge feed rate. I prefer to use constant RPM here. My RPM maybe can be and 1000 and 1500. So I don't need to care about the maximum spindle speed because we are using the constant RPM here. I can activate my reference position here, and it can be only Z-axis, and then I can turn to the roughing process. It can be 1 millimeter for my depth of cut. Actually, this is my entry amount. We can also care about the lead and lead out options. 2 millimeter, everything seems fine. I'm gonna use the one-way cutting, so I can click OK button. Okay, that's it. After that, I can click here, let operation and finish operation here. I can start from here and here. That's gonna be my finishing process. So I can change my tool radius here. And this is gonna be my feed rate. I prefer to use the constant cutting speed. That's gonna be my cutting speed. So that's why we write maximum spindle speed here, and I can activate approach, and I can also activate my retract position only Z-axis, and then I can turn here, and this is going to be my lead in and lead out process. So I'm going to click OK button. So that's all. This is going to be my toolpath. Of course, if you intend to create your and stock setup here, I can click here, and you can organize your stock by using the 2-point options, and then you can also organize your chuck options like this. For example, I can start from, and we can also use and some rectangle shapes here, or we can also use the different approach here to be able to create our and the chuck process. Okay, so I think that's enough. I can cancel it and we can click the OK button. And of course, we can recalculate our toolpath here. That, that's it. And then we can push the G1 button, OK button, and then save button. So we're gonna see our C code here. So this is gonna be my code here, tool 1, for roughing, and tool 2 for finishing process. And thank you very much for listening to me. I really appreciate it. Don't hesitate to ask me any question. I'm here to answer your question. You can visit our Udemy courses. Thank you very much.